So this short PowerPoint is going to cover a literature review. And the literature review here for the final business research project and business research as well. Literature review, we're looking for about 1,000 words. And here you need to write a short literature review indicating the importance of previous related research or investigated literature. You need to discuss how your own research question might be a useful contribution to this area and sector. Now, when you're looking at your research, your literature review, you need to demonstrate your knowledge of the literature and make a critical link, keyword here, critical link with the research question to be investigated. The literature should mostly rely on published academic journal articles, 80% of your sources at least in this area, and the critical activity should produce a conceptual framework. So, you can engage with some of all or the following questions. What previous research has already been done on this topic? Who did it and when and why, perhaps? What conclusions did the previous researchers reach? How relevant are the conclusions today generally and for your own research? So these things you need to consider within your literature review. Now, when we're thinking about the literature review, it needs to cover various areas. You need to kind of build up your conceptualization, definition of various terms and concepts. You need to think about the theoretical conceptual models used in your topic area. And you need to come up with your general review of articles. But in your general review of articles, this is where your critical evaluation comes in. So important. You may have not done such a critical evaluation on literature before, but now is the time when you would do it. And then conclusions after your literature review. So what is critical evaluation and critical thinking? Well, critical thinking is the process of analyzing the arguments of others. It means examining the logic of such arguments. It enables people to do more than just repeat knowledge. It creates knowledge. So some features of critical thinking, skepticism, questioning of assumptions, of arguments, alternative interpretations, no undue oversimplifications and no overgeneralizations. So critical evaluation and critical analysis is to analyze both the good and the bad. An analysis, the intentional and planned collection of information so that informed judgments can be made about the worth of something. So when we criticize a piece of work, we ask, what is good? Why is it good? How can we use it more? Where is it, deficient? Why is it deficient? And how can it be improved? So if we have a look at a good example here of a critical evaluation. So it says there is conflicting evidence on the ability of students to accurately assess themselves. Louis and Smith 2010 recently evaluated students' self-assessment ability with a sample of over 3,000 first-year students. The correlations indicated weak to moderate accuracy of a self-assessment ability. Cassidy 2007 in his comparison of student estimated and tutor marks also concluded that there was poor level of self-assessment skills in the majority of students. However, Jaw 2010 has found that postgraduate business students had a higher accuracy of self-assessing their research proposals. This therefore suggests that there is conflicting evidence as to whether self-assessed their skills. So we can see one good example here. Let's move on to another one. So this one here, Queen Elizabeth. There are many views on why Queen Elizabeth I did not marry. Richards 2006 presents a case predicated on the unsuitability of her many suitors, although Shaw 2004 dismisses this thesis on the basis that Elizabeth, above all else, wanted to present herself as the Virgin Queen dedicated to England. Both of these explanations are challenged by Jones 2008, who examined numerous documents depicting Elizabeth as a very difficult person unsuited to marriage. However, the veracity of this explanation is in question due to the biased sample of documents examined, Smith, 2009. And another example of a good critical evaluation. So, research by the European Commission 2002 has also shown that the most important factor impeding SMEs, small to medium enterprises of all sizes, from going digital is the belief that e-commerce is not applicable to their type of products and services, and a lack of perceived commercial benefit. On the other hand, recent research by Actinic 2015 shows that in their sample of UK SMEs, 72% believe that the e-commerce is important in promoting their business, and that increased sales remain the main justification for e-commerce adoption. However, it should be noted that early adopters may have done so because they could obtain these benefits, and it does not follow that the SMEs will benefit in the same ways. In addition, this assertion may be due to the survey's focus on e-commerce rather than e-business. ICT skills gaps seems to be the most important for small enterprises than for larger and medium ones. So when we're looking at these critical evaluation, you really do need to provide a critical evaluation. You can't just, in your literature review of your concepts and the models or the focus of your area of study, just focus on saying this person said this, so and this person agreed, and just letting each author agree with the next author. So according to this one author is saying this, it doesn't necessarily mean it's right. You need to have a wider body of different authors who agree and disagree on your subject area. So you can see from the 3 different areas here, you need to provide a critical evaluation of your literature. And as we stated in the beginning, it needs to be 80% of critical evaluation within your literature review. So I hope that's helped, and this will be explained more in class.